there's a belief by old people that your generation is narcissistic and that you like talking about yourself. And that these social platforms give you an opportunity to try to talk about your day, and you might even embellish a little bit about things that are going on. I've heard some stories about what are called false memories, that people will go and take a canoe out and sit in their canoe and take a picture of it and not actually go canoeing, but post that up on their feed so their friends would think they're having a grand old time. And I'm curious if you had something to say to older people about this perception about your generation, how would you respond to that?
Who doesn't like talking about themselves just a little bit? Like, that's what I would say. Like, I mean, I like to talk myself up, you know, but so that's what I would say.
That's a wonderful way to.
I think that the embellishment, the desire to embellish your life or to present your best face, I think that's just human nature. But I think that it's manifested on social media because we're the generation that grew up with social media versus elderly people or people of a different generation don't feel that need because they don't use social media in that way. But of course, they're not going to meet an acquaintance and be like, oh, I had a shit day, or like whatever. I mean, I would say that that's more of a human nature and a human desire than a fault specifically to a generation, in my opinion.
Makes a lot of sense. And anybody else want to weigh in on that? Those are two great perspectives.
Yeah, I would just say that it's not just old people that can tell when people are doing that like embellishment. I think we can tell when people are embellishing, and you can definitely tell when people are trying too hard, and like we can tell, and so it's not like it's going, you know.
It's almost like a policing mechanism on it in a way, right?
Yeah, and it's kind of funny because I know at least that I'll call someone out or I'll judge them for it if I see that they're embellishing something, but I'll be the first one to do the same thing 5 seconds later.
Yeah, I agree with Rebecca, what she was saying about how, like, in person we haven't changed at all. We're not more narcissistic in our interactions with people. It's just social media has become a venue to share your thoughts. So usually your thoughts are about yourself because we're all really self-centered, but it's not like you're going on there to like, yeah, I guess like in person we're still the same that we've always been.
But it's also like an invitation, like an open invitation for other people to communicate with you, and it helps keep in contact with people that may not be like next to you, that are across the country or across the world or whatever. Just helps stay connected with those people too.
Huge advantage that you went to that in the past.
Yeah.
There's also the observation that your generation has a hard time having conversations in person with each other. Has anybody heard that about your generation?
Yeah.
And what would your response be?
I don't think that's true. I think we just have a lot more platforms to speak on and like talk through.
I would agree a little bit, actually. You know, if you go out to eat, a lot of times you see people both just sitting on their phones, and I don't know if they're both agreeing to do that and they're both just knowing that we're going to have 2 minutes of looking at our phones and then they're going to put them away. But I definitely notice people at coffee shops or restaurants sometimes more engaged with the phone than the person across from them.
I agree with that, but I also think that it's not specific to our generation. Like, my dad, for example,
Yes.
That's true.
my dad will criticize me for texting at the dinner table, but then he will also be on his phone just as much, if not more than me. So I think that it's less about the generational divide. I think it's people see it as a generational divide, but I really don't think it is. I think that's more of a generalized statement than anything else.
Okay. Maybe on that topic, I put out a couple that are more common ones that I hear, commentary. And are there some things that you hear from older generations that you want to just kind of respond to, like, I'm sick of hearing this. Is there anything else besides those two? Really?
Being called lazy is really annoying.
Yeah.
I feel like we get characterized as lazy a lot, and it's like we're doing the best we can with what we've been given, the state of the world. We're really willing to work hard, and a lot of us do work hard. So I just don't agree with that characterization at all.
Maybe your concept of how you work, and you guys aren't working yet, but might be different than what it was 20 years ago too. And I think some older generations think that that's lazy if you work from 9 a.m. till 9 p.m. instead of not being up at 6 a.m. or something. So.
Well, yeah, and I think there's like a perception that we won't be able to work or function in a traditional office space. but I think not only can we do that, but we can work and function in non-traditional office spaces as well. So I think that's a benefit. I think we're flexible and adaptable.
Okay.